the part where they're like... Feels like my arm's in the way, so I use my hand, hold the book open, blah blah. Same shit happening. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page here. Here takes the left hand towards the left side of the book between your thumb and forefinger. The black ones are their thoughts. I do the same with my right arm and on the right side of the book. That way I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we huddled even closer than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face. She's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Let's turn the page. Ah, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glanced over at Yuri's face again, our eyes met. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. I'm waiting for her to say something like, this dumb kid, or something. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me, yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume she finished the page before me, so I turn it by my own violation. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently lets go to the page, letting it flutter over her over to her side as she catches it on her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might actually be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds you a little bit. Eh? No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. This is different. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses everything she says and all that. Ah, that's what you're talking about. Sorry, I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. So I don't know why that came into my head. Ah, Yuri, are you feeling alright? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little, my breathing? Yuri puts her hand over her chest, feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri packs his hands and rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Donnie? Did something happen just now? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything? Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Oh, don't worry. I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometime. It's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyways, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other anyway, eh? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? She might be wild, so I figured we'd just get started without her. What? No! No! But I wanted to see what Yuri said! Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book and slipped it back into my bag. Fuck. Shit. These choices are probably heavy now. I'll go with Monica first, because I'm scared of her. I should start with Monica. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem, and I want her to know I'm putting in effort. Hi, Donnie. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we could do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Want to share a poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? That's the sort of barrier we'll learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Donnie. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you You to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put some effort in. Blah 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 blah. Well, I guess it worked anyways. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing though. Sometimes I get the impression that she's totally given up on people. What? She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably much more interesting place for her. That's why she gets so happy when you share with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier. I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri, I'm back! Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monika. I suppose I should get my poem now. Anyways, you want to read my poem? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You got some pretty confident for someone who claims to not being very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident, blah blah blah. That's a little off-putting. I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. And there are others in this room? Are they talking, or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears. I brandish my pen. These poems are starting to get good. I'm starting to get like a strong approval. I actually like writing, so interesting. So what do you think? It's very free-formed. That's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. That kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems are putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany lately. It's been influencing my poems a bit. Epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's my writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. The way to think about it is this. Keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get big. Okay, it's the same shit so far. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Yep, same shit. I'm saving Yuri for last. No, 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 no! Oh my god! No, fuck! Shit. Actually, I really don't care about Yuri. Damn it! What happened to my saves? I accidentally skipped all that shit. Fuck. Is there a poem in here? Oh, god damn it. Whatever. Yuri. As Yuri reads the poems, I noticed her eyes lighten. Exceptional. Eh? What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth and then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me? You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Ahaha. Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experiences do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Yuri stares at me blankly and looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off and able to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there's specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that herself, I kind of learned to pick. Dude, she's bullshitting. I think the most noticeable thing that oh, I'm not missing much with her. Good, because I don't really care for her. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick writing styles separate from the other topic matters, and they form to tune together at the end. Blah 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 blah. There's so many different skills and techniques going in writing. I'm trying to find differences. That's gonna be a little biased though. Bias? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that, sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if your ears are bothering, but you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. She's a lot more gung-ho. For sure. She is not like my ex anymore. After this, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? After all. Ghosts under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlights have withstood the test. Oh, wait. It's the same shit. I've read this one. Is the Yuri rat the same thing? I'm sorry to have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Not really, but okay. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. I also like the poem. Even though it was short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest, since it was our first time sharing, I wanted something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts? Actually the story isn't about ghosts at all. Really. I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over after all, but remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps this, and soon they'd be left without nothing. That's a lot more soul I'm putting it that way. I haven't even thought of that. That's impressive. Eh? It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so nah, if anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, okay, this is where it kind of differentiates and separates itself. I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you. Me too. Phew. Guess that's everyone. Glanced around the room. That was a little strange. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone's judging me for my mediocre writing abilities, as if they were just being nice. No. This is the literature club after all. A sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monika is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. Oh, this is the fight. Sweet. As they read in tandem, I watch as each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? It's nothing. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute.